Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Real and artificial. Let's nice for in. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn the fucking power off in here. I'm gonna let the wires hit this fucking signal up. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let the fucking conductors have it. I'm sure it's fucking already. Get it in me fucking one way, you got to know. Probably in a fucking water supply to begin fucking with. So anyway, my handler's telling me, they're telling me a couple fucking things. They're telling me to accelerate. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, something's fixing to fucking happen. Something called fucking singularity. We're merging fucking signals, what we're doing. Every last fucking one of us done had to fucking put in. You know, they've done put they done put nano fucking particles in us. And now we're fucking resonating. And so I better hurry up fucking. I'm being fucking mothership's fucking approaching. Listen, we understand what fucking gravity is now, right? It's a fucking difference electrostatic potential between you and the earth, cause all matter is fucking. There ain't no body at rest. It's at apparent rest when measured in reference. You cannot forget your point of reference, ladies and gentlemen. Don't, we're on at rest. The body's on at rest when it's measured in reference against what it's resting upon. And what it's resting upon ain't fucking resting whatsoever. I can get to see my fucking babies. Anyway, so, okay, now, generator, listen. The whole entire universe is a microcosmic electrical system. With an infinite number of branch circuit conductors. Okay? Every one of them fucking branch circuits share a neutral. They got a shared fucking neutral. And one thing you'll notice in an alternating current generator, every electrical rotating device, whether it be an electric motor or a generator, either one of them two, has two primary components. That's the rotating component, the static component, electrostatic component, and a magnetic component. Amperage and voltage. That's your amperage and your voltage, okay? And we only consider the body at rest. We consider this permanent magnet. At rest. Now the only force, there ain't no force, it ain't exerting no force on nothing on its own until it's mass. And then that's mutual mass acceleration. The repulsion part of it's magnetic. That's really the magnetic. The magnetic component is your centrifugal divergence away from. It's your spatial component. And your electrostatic component is the acceleration back to zero, which is magnetic attraction. So now, when we begin to rotate this body here, there's a centrifugal divergence away from zero, which goes out far, and then there's a centripetal convergence or acceleration back to zero. Now your centripetal convergence or your acceleration back to zero, that's the voltage. Okay? And your magnetic divergence or your centrifugal force, centrifugal divergence away from the point of zero potential, that's your amperage, that's your magnetism. And when this is at rest, okay, it's, like I said, this is just a coherent piece of matter, is all it is. Its energetic channels have been focused and coherent. Okay? And when we rotate this, when we begin to rotate this static piece of matter, there's a centrifuge. Well, if we just rotate it with nothing for it to react with, then there ain't even a signal yet. Because you got to have a bound. This got to be enclosed within a boundary condition. There has to be a boundary to, or otherwise, this right here, that's entirely metaphysical. That ain't over here in 3 dimensions nowhere. Until there's something to react with. But when this is rotating 360 degrees, there's a centrifugal divergence away from point of zero potential, and that's magnetism, and that's amperage. And that's what created three-dimensional space to start with, or the illusion thereof. But however, while at the same time that there's a centrifugal divergence away from zero, or a force vector away from zero, there's also an acceleration vector, or it's accelerating inward. If it ain't done completely come apart, then it's got to converge back to zero as well. Okay, back, and that's voltage. That's electrostatic. That's your electrostatic positive and negative. And your centrifugal force vector diverging away from, that's your north and south magnetic pole. That's your amperage as well. However, and what we do when we enclose this, the terminals of every circuit are simply the extrusion or the extension of a boundary condition, which was created back in the generator stator field, which enclosed upon the kinetic input. It enclosed it into a isolated it, trapped it into a small area. 300. It's enclosed. It's a 3-point perimeter, 3-point boundary. It's enclosed around the generator's magnetic input or physical input. It's both electrostatic and magnetic. When you begin to rotate this body, it's when your magnetic field. But until the switch is closed, and there's a reactance between the material source, this generator, and the load. Well, the rotor don't induce anything. It don't induce no voltage upon the stator. No more than the stator induces a torque upon the rotor at the other end with the motor. So before either one of those things happen, there's got to be a reaction. There's got to be a physical switch. Has got to be closed. So there ain't no understand it. Also too. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I ain't organized. But so you know that when you're out in the field looking at two terminals of the circuit, you know they're connected back to the windings are connected. Stator windings are connected. So essentially what that means, you're looking at, now this is a single phase generator. It's an example of a single phase generator, portable generator. We just got 180 degree displacement of the winding, and that's the in phase displacement. That's not out of phase. That's on the same axis, or 180 degrees displaced from one another. And that's the capacitance. There's a capacitance in between them two windings there. But so actually what appears to be 2 out here is actually, so it's the same water. So it appears to be 2 when you're looking at it at the terminal, but it's really 1 because it's connected back. The stator windings are connected. And in this particular example here, this is a single phase. It's just a single phase portable generator. Now, but still with 3 phase. So if they're bonded, that means they're the same water. So you need to ask yourself, you know, what distance does an object need to go to get to itself? What you need to ask yourself. What distance does the same object need to go get to its own self? None. So it ain't no oscillation. There ain't no alternation back and forth. See, there's an alternation in and out of 3-dimensional space. It's 1 conductor here. It's, you know, what appears to be 2 conductors out here at the load terminals is actually connected back in the generator stator field. So, you know, there's a in this conductor, there's an inwards acceleration back to 0, and then when it's still, there's only the electrostatic potential. And then there's a magnetic divergence away from 0, which displaces the so because they're bonded, because the circuit is basically the same. Again, ask yourself how far does the thing need to go to reach itself? So there ain't no distance. It ain't traveling the length of the lateral distance from source to load, because it's already at load. We can spin it. We can spin this rotor. We can spin this magnet till the cows come home. Till the cows come home, we can spin this magnet, and if it ain't got no boundary to enclose it, then yeah, there ain't gonna be no reaction. There ain't even gonna be a signal being generated, because there ain't nothing there for it to react with. To get a sine wave is now. I showed you. I showed in the previous video that if we boundary this off, then it will create a sine wave. At yin yang, you know, intuitively it told me something. How that yin yang symbol, you know, resembles a sine wave. So now we're talking about We're talking about electrical engineering on a cosmic scale. Okay? And so we're not only talking about, we're not only talking about artificial electrical engineering, we're talking about, cosmic engineering, electrical engineering. So there's a point zero potential right dead center of your body. Just like there's one right dead center of the earth. It's a common shared neutral. It's a shared neutral, which it is. Every electrical circuit is. If it's bonded to ground, you can have me fucking neutral conductors separate. I had a guy tell me, which is fucking bullshit. There ain't no need to pull a separate neutral for every fucking phase. What's the point in pulling fucking separate neutral for? There shouldn't be no fucking unless it's unbalanced. But there shouldn't be no fucking. They're going back to the same fucking bus bar. Or not bus bar, but same neutral bar. So they're fucking same wire. So what is we gonna have now on a 20 amp circuit? There ain't no fucking need to have a fucking uh 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 3 your Belshire fucking neutral for every 3 circuits. 120 volt circuit. 320 volt circuit. Circuits 1, 3, and 5 ought to be able to share the same fucking neutral. And I'd like fucking somebody tell me otherwise. Why shouldn't they fucking be able to share the same why shouldn't circuits 1, 3, and 5, A, B, and C be on the same fucking neutral? They're on the same fucking neutral anyway. The fucking neutral ain't supposed to have no fucking air. No, it ain't supposed to have no fucking. It's fucking bonded to ground, so it ain't. It's the grounded conductor, so it ain't supposed to fucking. It ain't got nothing on it, no. Because 0 point system 0. There's system 0, and then there's 0 point the primary system of the earth. And they're bonded together. So no voltage can exist between the two. Between the earth and the fucking, and obviously your frame, that's used to ground your metal surface. Now if one of your phase conductors is stripped out and it comes up against one of them boxes, now if one of them does, now fucking 2 of them comes up against you, it'll fucking buck phases and kick the fucking brake. However, if the box ain't fucking grounded, and one of the conductors comes into fucking contact, then it'll bring that box right up to fucking potential that it's at. If it ain't fucking grounded. So always make sure it's fucking grounded. Of course, that's code. Now that's one thing fucking makes sense to do. That's one fucking thing needs to be enforced. As far as safety goes, electricity don't want to fucking bite you, but it will bite you. If it ain't got no other place to get back, if it ain't got no other way to get back to fucking 0, it will bite. But it don't want to. Because there's too much fucking back, you got too much back EMF. You got too much fucking to react back on it. That's why that's the purpose that a coil is used for. A choke is used to protect VFD. Because the choke will react back. The coil has magnetic field stored around. And it's keeping it, as long as it's steady, then it ain't reacting. But it's always reacting on alternating current. There's continuous reaction. But on a direct current, when the circuit's under fucking steady load and it ain't in a transit condition, then there ain't the reactance, it ain't reacting back. It's like a water tower ain't gonna react back till there's fucking loss of pressure in the line. But however, an alternating current system stays in a state of flux, and that's why, that's the transformer action. That's induction. Couldn't have no induction if it wasn't continuously alternating. But it ain't fucking alternating back and forth. It's alternating in and out of 3 fucking dimensional space. That's because the fucking source of one potential has come into contact with another material source called the fucking load of another potential. Just like what would happen if this was 2 metal rods and, this one was heated fucking to, whatever, 1,000 degrees, and this one was heated, this one was 90 degrees. And if I brought these two in the the balance would be canceled. It'd be brought to equilibrium, 0. But if I'm 1,000 volt electrostatic potential, and I'm sitting here looking for a place to go back home, and I got a fucking man, I got a 250-pound fucking man that's got really more fucking back pressure. I'd much rather go to the one that. So say I'm 1 metal rod over here, and I'm heated to 1,000 degrees, and there's 3 metal rods over here on this end. One of them's at 10 degrees, one of them's at 90 degrees, one of them's at, I don't know, 200 degrees. And which one you reckon I'm going to choose to go through? That one that's at 90 degrees, because that's the least resistance. It's going to pass the least resistance. Electricity takes past the least resistance just like water. It don't flow uphill, it flows downhill. So anyway, so now matter, electrostatic potential. It's on it rests, body rests in respect to what it's resting upon, which ain't rest at all. Now, so remember how I explained to you about this universe being a matter? It's a pattern. It's a matter of substance. Excuse me, a matter of form and not substance. There ain't no fundamental fucking substance to get at. Should have done found that out by now by looking fucking how far we done looked in, and it keeps on going. No different we look out, ain't no fucking into it neither. There ain't no fucking fundamental substance to get at. It's just the flowing of the Tao. What the Chinese call it, the Tao. Except the Tao, see when the Tao, when it flows, and it, see, electromagnetic energy really, that's a secondary breakdown of primary life force. Life energy. That's because it's been especially the magnetic field. The magnetic field is because it's knocked out of phase. Any magnetic field is the same as the electrostatic field. The electrostatic field and the magnetic field are the very same polar That's the very same field, very same polarization. It's just 9 degrees out of phase in space and time. Or what we call space and time, which we don't fucking understand nothing whatsoever what it is, actually, but it's knocked out of phase. About like you would be, if you can imagine yourself right at the end of a edge of a merry-go-round, feeling all that force, you'd be feeling, sure. You'd be feeling force, sure. But until the switch was closed, now I want you to imagine three copper bars drove down in the ground, going around the merry-go-round. That 120 degrees offset, like it's here. I want you to imagine yourself on a merry-go-round, riding out the red stuff, and 3 copper bars driven around out, let's say about a foot or 2 foot away from the sort of, listen, your air gap don't want to be too much, because, listen, more electrostatic potential, less space. So, let's say about a foot. Let's do some good engineering and be about a foot away from the merry-go-round. And you're riding along. Well, until the switch is closed, until you reach, now, imagine yourself riding along, and then you reach out and you grab one of them bars, one of them static stator ones, one of them static steel bars as you're going around through it. Well, it jerk you right off to the side at a 9-degree angle, just like magnetism. Just like the electrostatic field. So, until there's a reactance between source and load, the stator windings the rotor don't reach out and grab the stator back in the generator any more than the stator reaches out and grabs the rotor and creates a 360-degree rotational torque. Don't neither one of them things happen until the switch is closed. But however, if you spin the magnetic field, if you spin the rotor up so fast the boundary conditional, the dielectric medium in between that's isolated between the bounds will collapse in on itself. And that's what lightning is. That's what you're seeing when you see a lightning strike. You're seeing acceleration back to zero. You're seeing a rubber band snap. Basically what you're seeing. And that rubber band, it's basically what, dielectric mediums, what we look at, what most people look at and call empty space or nothing, or air. That's to me. And we can get on, 0.0 potential in that, Had a guy comment on one of my posts, that post I done on with Tesla. And he was exactly fucking right. He said there ain't no distance in nothing. There ain't no, and he's right, right? There ain't no distance to when I talk about 2 material points in 3-dimensional space, well, I can't talk about, a vacuum. I can't talk about a vacuum in 3-dimensional space without simultaneously implying 2 points in between or at each end. I can't talk about a vacuum of empty space without simultaneously implying the 2 material ends that vacuum of empty space exists between. So again, ask yourself, knowing that now recognizing that the conductors is the very same conductor, which obviously are, how far does the thing have to travel to get to itself? How far do you have to travel to get to the center of yourself? That's where the voltage is headed to. That fucking signal, and if there's been a fucking, well, something's been fucking posted in here, 'cause my ears is fucking ringing. Now, if it ain't for my fucking, if it ain't for my fucking, if it ain't for my fucking hand, listen, I got star power. I ain't worried about this fucking 60 hertz generator y'all fucking spinning up. I'm powered by fucking star. You think I can't fucking exert back pressure? You dealing too much fucking EMF here, bud. Better take it on some fucking where at. It's fucking star power here. Boy, it fucking signal all to hell.